Hey there, Cancer. Welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe. And if this reading resonates with you, please be sure to leave a comment and let me know. So for your reading today, we're going to start out with what's crossing you. And we've got the Four of Swords, which is basically rest, relaxation, meditation, and it's all about a man or a woman who has just come home from war. They returned from the battle and they're making peace and reflecting and refocusing. So the Narcissist card that you get this week is, under what's crossing you, is control issues. So you may have somebody in your life who's a control freak. Narcissists cannot handle it if they are not in complete control. Controlling the narrative, enslaved by control issues, bound by cold heart, and bound by fear, they also need to always be right, and they are completely bound by the inability to be wrong. Alright, so how do you react to this type of behavior? Well, first off, don't argue back. Be sure to realize that freedom is a choice to walk away, and do not have binary thinking. In other words, everything isn't always black or white. Sometimes there is a middle ground, okay? Compromise. All right, that's the key here. Avoid being a narcissist by being truly free. Let go of control. Let yourself cry. Admit that you're wrong. Let others win. All right, and this is off the website, off the YouTube channel Surviving Narcissists, and your oracle card says evolve. So basically it's time to move forward. Definitely if someone out there is, it's kind of weird because whenever you come back from military, you know, the military controls every aspect of your life. And then, so it may not actually be a person in this case that is narcissistic, but more like a construct of control. Alright, so for your recent past, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, which Pentacles are earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And this is all about Saturn in Taurus, which basically is going to leave you in a bad place. You know, this is the picture on this is the farmer with the crops that won't grow. All right, so it doesn't really matter what you do. There's nothing that you can do to change the situation if you have put a bunch of money and time into your crops and there's some type of flood or disaster where your crops aren't growing. That's kind of out of your control. So this is your recent past, and it looks like we've got the Narcissistic Mother card here. So, you know, if this is your actual mother, grandiosity is the particular type of narcissist that we're talking about here on this card. And there's here's a couple things that you know, you might have a narcissistic mother or mother figure. It doesn't necessarily have to be your mom. It can be anybody within your general vicinity who treats you this way, okay? It doesn't even necessarily have to be your mother or like a woman. All right, so criticism, number 10, maternal agnostic, antagonist, I cannot say this word, okay? Antagonistic characteristics. Okay, that's a real tongue twister right there, okay? Parent only advocates for the child if it benefits them. That's really sad. All right, number 7 is unconcerned with the child's well-being. Number 6 is jealous of healthy relationships that the child has. This is also like a qualifier. Your parent's mother was starved for attention. So whenever your parent was a child, they were starved for attention by their narcissistic parents. Okay, so number 4 is fear of rejection. Number 3 is callous and unemotional lack of warmth or unavailability. The child believes that they could never be good enough. Or number 1 is narcissistic discipline, non-consistency. They're not consistent on their love or hate of whatever the situation is. Okay, and this is a quote from Dr. Romani, who she actually went over all these information on her YouTube channel, and it says, this is something a narcissistic parent would say: I have sacrificed everything for you. In other words, giving the child guilt for something that is really inherently their job, the only thing that they're supposed to do as a parent, right? All right, but your oracle card says reconciliation. All right, so sometimes even if you do have a narcissist in your life and you've cut them off, you sometimes still strive or even are felt like you've got a hole in your heart because you haven't been able to reconcile with the narcissist. Okay, and this can even cause your crops to not grow if this stress, if this conscience is, just bearing down on you. Then you don't actually have to call them if you don't want to open up that door. You can forgive them in your heart. You can reconcile the situation, and that has a lot to do with your shadow self. You have to find out what's holding you back, what's making you feel this way. Why do you feel guilty? And it's probably because of some of the things that they've said to you, but that's okay. So just forgive yourself, and I would definitely say, get in touch with your shadow self, and that will help you overcome this. So for your immediate future, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. And this card is all about hard work, okay? Work is being accomplished, traditional, practical. So you may have not been able to, get your crops to grow in the past, but in the immediate future, it's showing that you have new skills, you've developed new talents, and it has to do with the 10th house of careers and work in Mars and Capricorn, which is very authoritarian, a very physical status, as well as a manifestation. Success, okay? But your Narcissist card for the immediate future says gaslighting. So this has to do with when you go to someone and you're trying to talk to them and they give you the runaround. You try to tell them anything, it doesn't really matter what it is, and then they try to blame it back on you. They twist your words up and make it seem like, well, if you hadn't done this, then I would have been able to do that and somehow get out of whatever the situation is. So for your immediate future, you might be feeling resentment. And it says that this can destroy your inner peace. Okay? So all this hard work will be for nothing if you let the narcissist get the better of you, okay? So you can't let that happen. You can't let resentment get the better of you, okay? So for your final outcome, we've got basically the 5 of Cups is a guy standing here and look, his cup spilled over. So it's basically saying don't cry over spilled milk. You're looking for, or it looks like you're going to be coming upon some challenges. The 5 represents challenges and the cups represent emotions. So your cups are overflowing with emotions, okay? And this is going to give you a new spark. You're going to want to change. You might even be considering baptism, rebirth, or new life. goals, treasures wisdom, but guess what? You're not going to be able to accomplish any of this if you're still crying over spilled milk, okay? So let it go. Whatever that grief is, whatever that guilt or loss or regret is holding you back, let it go. And your Narcissist card is entitlement. So the expectation that one is entitled to some sort of special treatment, special benefits. They believe the rules are not for them. All right, and it says advocate for yourself. All right, so there you go, Cancer. I think that's a pretty well-rounded reading. There is this one card, insight. For insight, you can eat oranges, lemongrass, or marjoram. There's your witchy card for the day. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed this reading. I hope it did indeed resonate with you. If it did, please leave me a comment and let me know. And y'all have a wonderful day.